Welcome back. I am Karen the Intern, and you are watching Karen About Wrestling. All right, we have an excellent show in store for you this evening, but first and foremost, as usual, I want to take a moment to let you guys know about some live shows we've got coming up. So on April 20th, we've got a couple shows going on. One out in Guelph, Ontario, at the Red Chevron, and also here in Victoria, BC, at the White Eagle Polish Hall in James Bay. And then on May 10th, out in Courtenay, BC, also here on beautiful Vancouver Island. Make sure you guys get your tickets at 365prowrestling.com. And I also want to remind you guys that you need to check out Island Main Event Tuesday and Combat, our sister shows here on the 365 Pro Wrestling YouTube channel. Make sure that you like and subscribe. All right, so without further ado, I would like to introduce you to my guest for the evening. A member of the Rad Fam, wrestling for a couple years, and a former tag team belt holder and combat title holder. Somebody who I have thoroughly enjoyed watching. Very first time I ever came to wrestling, I got to see Rad Dad wrestle. So without further ado, Rad Dad, come on over.
Hey, how you doing?
Good, how are you?
Oh, it's good to see you.
Excellent. Thank you so much for coming and joining us this evening on Karen About Wrestling.
It should be fun, right?
Yeah, it'll be a great time. Everybody out in YouTube land has a lot of questions for you. They want to know a little bit about who you are and, you know, your place in the whole 365 pro wrestling universe. So,
Cool.
right on. So if you're up for it, why don't we just dig right in?
Sounds good.
All right, so we're going to start off with some wrestling questions. So, is RAD an acronym for anything, or are you just truly radical?
I am just truly radical. It is not an acronym, not at all. No, I am just truly a radical.
That's awesome. I had a feeling.
A little
that
bit
was
crazy, possibly. I've been told once or twice, but we'll just go with radical.
But just completely radical.
That's right.
Yeah, I myself am a child of the 80s, so radical. Many things. Every good thing was radical,
Wasn't
right?
it? Yeah, that's where it came.
That's where it came from. All right. So, I mean, you seem like a pretty easygoing guy. Everybody really likes you. You know,
I'm
but
sure I got a couple enemies.
there's a
that
few.
like to
But
beat me up a little bit, but
well, that was going to be my question. Do you have any scores to settle, or is anybody trying to settle a score with you at this point?
that's I would say I don't know if anyone's trying to get back at me. I've come out with a couple maybe surprise victories. You know, things happen, but myself, no, I don't have a vendetta against anybody. Actually, anyone they want to put in front of me, I will fight.
Yep.
But I don't have a target.
No.
I'm not out to get anybody.
Nobody you're beefing with at
Well,
the
when they
moment?
come and they hit me in the face, I mean, I gotta surf their back and I gotta jump around and I gotta make sure that they pay for it. You can't just do that kind of stuff, right? So
That speaking of surfing on the back, so you know, I guess you would consider that a signature move.
yeah,
Is there
surf's up.
the surf's
We
up?
call
What
it the
is
surf's up, yeah.
surf's up, you guys?
Right?
I love that. I love that. And what about a finishing move? Do you have a finisher?
I have used a couple.
Mhm.
The very first finishing move I had was, we called it the Ryan Salt,
The Ryan's.
and I did a backflip off the top rope and splashed onto someone.
Oh.
I had that for quite a while. I still use it sometimes, but I've moved a little. I love the spear.
Oh, a spear.
And then the only other one I would say is the dad smash, where I jump off the top rope and I come across and I just gotta clock the guy in the head and it's really hard to get up from that.
Yeah.
It really is.
Yeah, I think I've witnessed every single one of those moves for sure. One of my favorite things about watching you is your entry into the ring when you just go flipping right over the top
It's a
rope
fun
every
one.
time. It gets me.
It's fun.
I'm like, what does a person have to do to be able to do that? So was that something that sort of was just you were just able to do it, like you just had the balls to do it, or
Okay, so fair. At training, I had to go through a lot of training before I was even allowed in a ring, let's be fair.
right.
Getting in the ring was a thing to train. So we got in the ring this way, this way, this way, and then get in the ring however you want. Jump over, do this, do this. So I tried that a couple times. Sometimes not so good. But eventually I got pretty comfortable at it, and it gives me a little bit of excitement at the beginning of the match. So
Yeah.
I just held on to it because
Love
as
it.
much as the crowd, I don't know, you walk through the curtains and the crowd just, bro, it's
Yeah.
pretty awesome. So I do that. That takes a lot. But then when I go in there and I get that extra little bounce, I don't know, it just kind of gets me flowing.
Oh,
So I like it.
no doubt. Yeah, no doubt. And it's so like you said, it is like super fun to watch. The crowd goes wild. Yeah, it's so good. It's so good. So I saw you recently-ish in a ladder match.
Mm.
So how many ladder matches have you participated in your career?
Two.
Two.
And actually, the very first ladder match of my career is probably at top two matches ever that I've ever had is probably
Really?
the first one. Yeah,
Okay,
it
so
was pretty amazing.
tell me about the first one. Where did it take place? Who was in it?
First one was versus Inferno at actually the White Eagle Polo
Okay.
Call,
Okay.
where we do a lot of events,
Yep.
and it was for a chance at any belt that I wanted. So if I win,
Oh.
I get to pick any title that I want to go and try for.
Oh, okay. I see. I understand.
And I don't know if you've seen Inferno.
Yes, I have.
He's pretty radical too. He's a little bit crazy.
Yes.
We flew. We hurt each other pretty bad. We were bruised up pretty crazy. It got talked about for quite some time. It was a lot of fun. It was pretty
Yeah.
cool. It was pretty cool. The last one I did was bittersweet. It was a great match, and I did actually fly. I jumped
Yeah.
off
Yes, you
like a
did.
25-foot ladder or
Yes, you
something.
did.
But I actually lost my title in that match.
Yes, you did.
So, as much as I do love the ladder matches, I'm kind of 50-50. I got
Yeah.
one that I love, and the other one was okay. It hurt a lot, and I lost my title, which
Lost your
that's a
title.
tough one because now I got a
You
lot of
gotta
climbing to do. You get a chance for that. You know what I mean? So
That's so true. That's so true. But I mean, if I know anything about you, you're a tenacious wrestler, and no matter what it takes, you're just going to keep fighting, fighting, fighting until you
that's what
get there,
Dad's
right?
doing. You just do what you got to do.
Yeah,
What you need to do.
that's right. That's good, great to. So that's actually hilarious that you mentioned that because, and this is not rehearsed in any way. He doesn't know any of these questions. But my next question was going to be, tell me about the Rad Fam.
The Rad Fam's awesome. My son, DJ Cash,
Yep.
uh, my tag team partner.
Yes.
We actually won a belt together.
Yes, they
That was pretty
did.
amazing. That's the belt I actually won off the opportunity from that ladder match. So
Amazing.
that's pretty cool. I have a daughter. She's very athletic. I have a wife who's awesome, very supportive. I have my mom, my stepdad, my sister. My sister's pretty much front row every show.
Yep.
Her funky hair, she loves all the wrestlers. She's a huge fan.
Yeah.
So I do have a lot of my blood that comes and watches it all the time, and I love that.
Yeah.
It's pretty awesome.
Yeah, definitely. So, okay, so you started talking a little bit about that match. So, who was your tag team partner in that match?
Oh, okay.
I just want you to tell me all about this.
This is my number one match of all time for sure. I don't think it could ever be beaten. I got the opportunity to go for a title match, and I decided to go for a tag team title match. And my son, who has been training with us since the day I started training, he does sound and audio at the shows and he does all that stuff. So I needed a partner. I stood up and yelled at him because he was there doing he just announced that I just lost to Eddie. And so I challenged Eddie, who I just lost to, because it was close, and I figured with some help maybe I could get it. And he said, "Yeah, okay, you know what, Dad? I'm gonna come help you out. Let's go do this." This match was in Souk, and my goodness, the crowd was electric. They were so loud. We ended up having a great match where his first match he showed so much more than I had expected. Like I remember my first match, and I was nervous as hell, and he was going crazy with the chants and getting me into it, and he was lubing me up, and then he actually took me and fired me at Eddie to end it. He got the pin. We got the win. It was like it was nuts. And again, I had family, I had friends, some coworkers there, so the whole Rad fam was around us. It
Yeah.
was oh man, like it was. I'll never forget the night. It
That
was great.
sounds amazing. Yeah, that's it almost sounds like something out of a movie, quite frankly. It could be on
Very
the
so.
script,
It's
right?
like a fantasy, right? Like it really is cool. It's really been awesome.
So tell me a bit about how you got into wrestling in the first place.
Wow. Luck. Luck. I've been a fan since I was a little kid watching Hulk Hogan. If I'm being honest, I've been a fan of wrestling. I'm driving around at work one day, and there's a sign says 365 Pro Wrestling Training. Come try out with a phone number. So I called the phone number and it got a message, left a message. Da, 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 da. They said to us, because I wanted to do this with my son, who is younger. So why he's not had very many matches is he's not actually 16 today. Okay, so I asked, will you train my son if I would like to I would like to come, I would like to do this. So we came in the first day, they let us do, they call it rolling, where I get to warm up a little bit. And then I just got to watch a training session. And then they asked if we would still want to come back and try a training session. Then we did a full training session where another question was asked, do you want to come back? Because it's hard.
Yeah.
It's takes a lot of effort, energy, even things that you're just warming up have some pain involved. There's a little bit of pain involved. So then you get asked after a full training session, okay, do you think you still want to come back? Both me and my son were like, this is kind of cool.
Yeah.
Let's keep doing this. And we haven't stopped coming since. It's been pretty awesome.
That is amazing. That is such a great story. So it's crazy that like just one moment in your life can just change
Absolutely.
everything
Just
for
took
you.
the right path on lunch break.
Yeah. Yeah, right?
Really.
Awesome. All right. Well, on that note, we are going to take a teeny tiny little break. Don't you guys go anywhere. We're going to be right back with Karen About Wrestling and Rad Dad.
Hello, Karen.
Good.
Awesome. You should ask this guy about the first time he jumped off the ropes. Like, I think it was his second training session.
Jumped off the ropes. Like, you mean like the little backflip thing that I did?
A little thing.
So the first time I was allowed, we did training Mondays and Tuesdays, Tuesdays and Wednesdays. And if you like had a match and you were a little more experienced, on Sunday, I believe, you were allowed to come in and like free train. So just before my very first match, I went and was going to that free train to learn things I needed to know for my first match. And then there was a little break, and I just said, I want to try something. And I believe I put our test dummy in the middle, and I went up to the second rope, and I did a Ryan salt. Bounce off the second rope, did a backflip onto this dummy. Well, there was like, 5 or 6 other wrestlers there training with us, and it got pretty excited. Like some people were upset that I just kind of did it because they were maybe trying to train it themselves,
Right.
and I just said, hey, can I try something? And it worked. So then there was people kind of laughing at that situation a little bit, and then some people were like, "Wow, way to go! That was cool!" And that was kind of fun. It was like the first like I don't know, excuse me, like big pat on the back, like that was really cool kind of deal. So that felt good. That felt good. The first time that was kind of cool.
That's a great
That was
story.
kind of neat.
And then two.
And we are back. I'm Karen, and you are watching Karen About Wrestling, and we're here with Rad Dad. So exciting. So we were just talking about your experience coming into the wrestling world. So who would you say in all of 365 wrestling has the hardest chop?
Oh. Whoa, I literally felt
You
them
felt
when you
it.
said that. Okay. So I gotta actually, I think I'm gonna go with two separate people on this one
Okay,
because they
okay.
both are like burnt into my mind. Crofton,
Okay.
Sir Crofton knows how to slap a fella.
Oh yeah.
Them chops are great.
And he's got the wingspan too, right?
Man, he
Like,
could probably hit you from the other corner, and you're still gonna feel it on Tuesday. Eddie Osborne,
Eddie, yeah.
his are a little different. Now, maybe I experienced this one, and this isn't a regular thing. I'm not exactly sure. Okay, but he came with a jumping vengeance and downwards, and
Oh.
I'm about to cry right now thinking of the pain. It was a good one. So I will say Crofton and Eddie Osborne hit
Nice.
real hard.
A few people have said Eddie Osborne. All right. So who has the best in-ring attire in 365 in your opinion?
Hmm.
I mean, besides yourself, the obvious, Rad Dad.
I'm just a handsome fella, and when I
Right?
show up with the clothes, they just kind of look good.
You just gotta
So
go
I
with
got
the
lucky
look
that
and the
way.
hair
Okay?
and the whole bit. Yeah.
I'm gonna have to go with Haviko
Haviko, yeah.
because not only does he's got some flash with the mask, but he's got more than one thing going on with
Yes.
him all the time. Like I'm gonna say I like him. He's got
Yes.
some pizzazz. His look is pretty cool.
I would agree. I got to spend some time with Haviko at FanCon this past
Oh,
weekend.
sweet. That must have been fun.
Yeah.
That must have
Watched
been
for a special episode of Karen About Wrestling from FanCon. Yeah, so yeah, he definitely has it going on with the whole ring leader, but also a ringmaster.
Yes,
Ringleader?
ringmaster, I think. Yes, yes.
Circus ringmaster, the
And I'm not
Ball
even
Circus, yes.
sure if he's like, is he three different people? Is he six? Is he
I don't know.
one guy with the multiple thought process? Like,
I think
I
that's
don't know,
part of his
but
thing is that he wants to keep us guessing. That's what I think it is.
fair enough. And he's got me going.
Me too, 100%. So do you have a favorite submission hold?
Cool. I'm gonna say no because submission holds hurt.
They do.
And I don't personally do very many. I
You
may
don't.
put a guy in an armbar every once in a while, but that's more for me to get myself some control.
Right.
I more have to get multiple. I'm a little guy. I got multiple attacks. If I hold a big guy's arm and try to be twisting it, he's probably just gonna squeeze me to death. So
Fair.
I'm gonna say I don't really love the whole submission idea because anytime I've been put in one, they hurt like heck.
That is actually
And I haven't been able to do a good one myself. So obviously, where I need to train.
Oh,
Thank you very much.
yeah. Sorry, I've maybe
No,
exposed
that's
a little
probably a
weakness.
good thing.
Yeah, no, for sure. Yeah.
But I don't love them because they hurt.
No, I don't.
They're
They
painful.
look like they hurt.
Oh.
I like to do things from the outside of the ring. I don't want
Man.
any part of what's going on inside.
Okay, I'll
the
be
ring.
honest. The body slams hurt too. Okay,
Yeah.
the body slams do hurt too. They do.
I imagine a lot of it can be pretty painful. Have you
It's pretty good
stuff?
when I get out of the way. It's not
Yeah.
bad if I
If you can dodge out of the way.
get out of the way. It's not so bad.
So what about injuries? Have you?
Actually, I've been lucky. I've had one.
Yeah.
I have had one. I broke the bone in my toe that connects my big toe to my foot. Other than that, I've had some welts from Eddie Osborne and Crofton.
Yeah.
But besides, the ladder match,
Yeah.
we both were pretty bruised in both of those. Actually, Inferno was part of my other ladder match as well.
Okay. Right. Yes, of
Okay.
course he was. Yeah.
He's the one who took my belt. So, that was quite painful. There was
Yeah.
definitely I had a yellow leg I was bruised up for about a week and a half, and marks here and marks there, and
Sounds painful for
Sorry.
sure. But yeah, I mean, I remember I watched that last ladder match, and you guys were like, there was a lot of jumping off of the
Oh, yeah.
ladders in my old.
flying ladders.
Yeah.
That was a crazy one. I mean, okay, a ladder match, just expect the unexpected because you're gonna have ladders flying at you. You're gonna have people flying onto ladders, body slamming you with ladder. Oh,
It was a
It's good.
lot.
It's
Yeah.
crazy.
Before I joined 365 Wrestling, before I was Karen the Intern, I was Karen the Health and Safety Supervisor
Oh.
And so when I saw the ladders start to go up in the ring, I got a little concerned.
Those ladders were not. They probably were, but at the end of the match, not CSA
It was
approved.
like 3 points of contact.
Yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. No,
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 one
one,
is doing that,
and we're
yeah.
about to do the backflip off of it. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Exactly. But I mean, highly entertaining. You guys are willing to put your bodies on the line
There's belts involved.
and belts, you know,
There's reasons. There's
Yeah.
things we're going for, and like
but also to entertain that crowd, right?
they're awesome too. And this 365 Nation, like
Oh,
I think they're the coolest.
They
If I'm
really
being
are.
honest, they're loud.
yeah.
No matter what venue I've been at, whether it's Souk or the new Victoria venue we have, or
Yeah.
the White Eagle that we've had for a long time,
Yeah,
they shake the walls.
they do.
They are great. They are loud. They are awesome, and we love you guys.
Ye-
Okay, it's seriously, 365 Nation is pretty awesome. They are super loud. They're very good fans.
Absolutely. So speaking of which, speaking of loud fans, were you around for the last show when Brett Matthews' uh, gang of children
That is
went
awesome.
all Lord of the Flies at the end there?
They're nutty.
That was crazy, right?
This is the
is
awesome
what-
fandom that I'm talking about.
I love
That
it.
these children
Yes.
will pick up this huge monster of a man and carry him around because he's awesome to them.
To them.
Like this is you're a perfect example of what we have in the crowd right there of
Yeah.
just amazing people loving the things that we're creating.
Yes, absolutely. And like I started coming to wrestling about 8 or 9 months ago now, and same thing. I was instantly swept up in it. I was instantly a fan.
Come once and you're coming again.
And that's it. Absolutely. Absolutely. All right, we are going to take another short little break here, but don't go anywhere. We are going to be right back with Karen About Wrestling and Dad. Awesome.
Tough to have.
This is way in the front. This is like you said, it's put it around. They're all there with the answers, and these are pretty easy ones to look at. Their answer, it just isn't real.
Well, we've been talking about wrestling up to this point. Now I'm going to ask
That's a good one.
And in 5,
I feel like you got help on some of these.
questions. Maybe. Maybe not. I have a research team.
Look at me.
Hey everyone, I'm Karen the Intern, and you're watching Karen About Wrestling. We're back with Rad Dad. Are you having a good time so far?
Absolutely.
Excellent. I like to hear that. All right, so we've been talking a lot about wrestling up till now, but your fans also have some questions about who Rad Dad is as a rad person. You know what I mean?
Yeah, sure.
So, so let's get right into it. So, what do you like to do when you're not wrestling?
I actually do play a lot of baseball.
Baseball. right?
My daughter plays fastball. I'm a Rad fan of the
Ooh.
fastball. I will go watch every single game that I can that she's playing.
Awesome.
So that's probably one of my big things.
Amazing baseball. I love that for sure. I haven't been to any baseball games since I've been on the island, so maybe I'll have to come
Yeah, they're fun.
check out some Rad
I
Fam
play, I
baseball.
play on 2 baseball teams as well.
Awesome. Awesome. All right. So, where is your hometown?
I'm from the mainland. I was born at Vancouver Memorial, no, Royal Columbian Hospital in New West. And I moved here the snowstorm year, 96.
96.
Yeah, yeah. So I'm from the mainland, but originally from BC.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. I don't know if you know this or not. I'm from Alberta actually. I
Oh, there you go.
moved here like a year and a half ago. I'll be actually
Oh, wow.
celebrating my 2-year island anniversary at the end of June.
Oh,
So,
wow.
I'm very
Well, welcome.
I know, right?
The weather's a lot nicer on the island. Okay, I did have done some work in Alberta.
Yeah.
I came like it was January. It was like 10 degrees here. It was kind of chilly. I didn't like it. It was like minus 27 over there. So
Oh yeah. Oh, yeah.
it's a little nicer.
This is way
Weather's a little
nicer for sure. All right. So, we're going to take the conversation in a completely different direction now.
Sure.
Do you believe in ghosts or the paranormal?
Yes.
That was
I say yes.
yes.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Okay. Do you
There are good spirits everywhere.
Okay. All right. I like that.
Yes.
I like that.
I'll say yes.
Because sometimes when you think about ghosts, sometimes they're
Yeah.
not
Sure.
nice.
Sure.
But
Sure.
you were just
I'm
talking
sure most of them are
yeah,
like most people in
like
the world.
people. Like people.
There's a couple bad apples. They can't all be
Yeah,
Casper, I guess, but
it's true.
most of them are probably pretty
Most of
cool.
them are good.
Yeah.
Would you be willing to stay overnight in a haunted house?
Sure.
Yeah.
I don't fear ghosts. Yeah, I would probably stay in a haunted house, and my daughter would love to be there with me.
Oh,
She
me.
kind of likes that kind of thing. I
Yeah.
just think it would be like just sleeping in this house, sleeping at somebody's house.
Yeah. Yeah.
You can't haunt me.
You can't
You can't
honor
haunt me.
me. That's I like that. I like that attitude. There's apparently Victoria is a very, very haunted place. There's a lots
This
of
is true.
apparently paranormal
They
activity.
have like ghost walks you can go on, and they will show you things, and maybe things will happen.
Yeah.
I haven't partaken myself, but I
Fair,
hear they have them
fair.
all over town.
Yes, I have also heard of these ghost walks. Actually, a friend of mine named Ian Gibbs used to host them here
Oh,
on the
cool,
island. Yeah,
cool.
so yeah. All the history I learned about Victoria, I learned on the ghost walks because they tell you the
They do
history of
tell you a lot
everything.
of it.
Yeah, so
The
very,
other one is the horse carriage. They
yeah,
they will tell you a lot about all the old buildings that are around there too. I've done that thing once
yeah,
when I first moved here from Vancouver.
yeah, yeah.
And same thing. They're like a tour guide. They'll tell you everything on the little trip that you take.
And it's
Pretty
just
cool.
so cool. Yeah, there's a lot of really great history here on the entire island,
They
but
go right by
Victoria
the
in
White
particular.
Eagle too.
Oh,
They,
do
they,
they
they do go right by the White Eagle on my little trip. I remember that. Yeah.
Nice. I wonder if it's haunted. Okay, so what is the best movie you have seen recently?
Recently. Ooh, I don't watch that. Okay, best movie I've seen recently was The Sound of Freedom.
The
It's a
Sound of
pretty good movie.
Freedom.
It
Interesting. Tell me
was.
about that.
It was like a crime drama
Okay.
kind of deal where this detective went and saved some kids,
Okay. That sounds
and it had
good,
some pretty good acting. It had some pretty good story behind it. It was good.
right?
I would say that. I don't go to movies a lot, so that's probably the last one I went to, and I
Right.
loved it. So I'm gonna pick that one.
That's
It
awesome.
was good.
Yeah, no, that's perfect. Okay, so what is your favorite dinosaur and why?
So,
Do you maybe
pterodactyl.
Oh,
It can
nice.
fly.
Yeah.
If I had like a
Yeah.
superpower, I think I would like to be able to fly. Just it would make my job so much easier. It would make travel so like that. I think I would have to pick them because they can fly.
Yes.
So that's
Yes.
yeah. I'm gonna go pterodactyl.
I love that. And they're gigantic, so other things are
That's
getting
true,
out
and
of
I'm
your
not so
way.
much. Well, I mean, okay. In comparison to like a T-Rex, I guess I am the size of a pterodactyl. So it's about even.
It's all
To me, yeah,
proportion.
pterodactyl's a monster, probably. But
Yeah. All right. So, let's see what else. What is your go-to Subway sandwich?
on herb and cheese, it is three meat trio, classic
Oh,
cold
the
cut
cold cut
combo. Cold cut
combo.
combo.
Yeah.
That's the one every time, three different kinds of meat. And I actually
Nice.
like Subway. Subway's good.
Yeah, me
It's like
too.
a fast food that's sort of still food.
Yes.
So it's
Yes.
not bad.
Yeah, exactly. I'm a big fan myself. Do you have any pets?
I have a dog named Henry.
A dog named Henry. Okay.
He's a beast. He's a pit bull mastiff, ridgeback cross, and
Ooh,
he's about 110 pounds, maybe.
that is a big dog. That's about what I weigh. So,
He's a beast. He's
yeah.
awesome. And he sleeps on the bed. Oh,
All right. So we've got about a minute left. Are you ready for a lightning round?
okay. This is just like answer quick.
Just answer quick. Okay. Star Trek or Star Wars?
Star Wars.
Pineapple on pizza, yes or no?
Sure.
Frozen yogurt or frozen ice cream?
Ice cream.
Potato salad or coleslaw?
Potato salad.
What's your favorite candy?
Chocolate.
Would you rather have robot arms or robot legs?
Robot arms, mile on fast.
Haha. Macho Man, Hulk, or Ultimate Warrior?
Oh yeah. Okay, you gotta go. I'm
Yeah.
sorry, we gotta go Macho Man, I guess. Oh man, that's tough. Good.
That is a good one. That is a good one. What is your favorite YouTube channel?
365 Combat.
Ooh, yeah, there you go. Pizza, burgers, or tacos?
Man, your threesomes are great. Pizza. Man, oh, that's a hard one though.
What was your first concert?
DC Talk.
Oh, I know DC
Wow.
Talk.
Okay, that was my first concert.
Okay, we're gonna have to talk about that after. And last but not least, what was your favorite part of this interview?
Wow. You're full of life.
Aw,
This is
thank
cool.
you. Oh, I'm so happy.
Yeah, this was fun.
That's amazing. Aw.
Made it comfortable. I won't be lying. I was kind of nervous coming in here, and this was pretty cool.
Aw, well, thank you. I really appreciate
thank
that.
you.
You've been a fantastic guest. I really, really enjoyed talking to you.
Right?
Awesome. All right, you guys. Well, make sure you come and check out April 20th. Rad Dad's going to be there. We're all going to be there. Get your tickets at 365prowrestling.com. I'm Karen the Intern. This is Rad Dad, and you've been watching Karen About Wrestling.
Awesome.